Welcome to the Radiant Center podcast. I'm Angel, and this is our shared space to slow down, look within, and reconnect with the light we carry. Settle in, breathe deep, and let's explore this journey together. Hi, my name is Angel with the Radiant Center. I am dedicated to helping individuals unlock their inner power and recognize the profound strength they hold within. I was sitting on my deck eating dinner and enjoying the weather. Of course, my dog Chicklet was begging for food. Even though it's very annoying, it's also adorable. We both knew I was going to give her a little bit at some point. I thought, she is whining so strong, I better just give her a little to shut it down now. I gave her a small piece of chicken, and it occurred to me that once I gave her the small piece to tie her over, she gulped it down, looked straight at me in the eyes, and instantly started whining again. There wasn't even a pause for a thank you. It was just, give me more, as if it never even happened. I chuckled to myself, and at that point, I laughed. I gave her a kiss. I said, Chicklet, you are just like the ego. No matter how much you feed the ego over and over again, it just wants more. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is ever good enough for the ego. Dr. Wayne Dyer said ego stands for everybody's greatest obstacle. And how right was he? If you sit back and recognize when the ego is in the driver's seat, it can be a bit uncomfortable. You may think, why did I do or say that? Why was I trying to be cool or compete with something or someone? Really? Yeah, that's the ego again. It taunts you day in and day out, and it just takes. The only time it ever gives, in that moment of satisfaction, once you feed it. Sure, it might last a bit longer than the dog, maybe even a week or a month, depending on the size of what you fed it, but it is very consistent. It will come back for more. Nothing will ever be enough. Think about when you are in nature, meditating, or just being in the present moment, appreciating the moment for what it is. The ego is like an impatient person in line at the grocery store, huffing and puffing in line, shifting their weight from side to side as if they're going to die. They have to wait 1 minute longer. You know the type, and trust me, we have all done it too. That is when the ego is really gearing up. Maybe you've been content, going with the flow, feeling like you've got this, that you've been on top of your game. The ego is in the background laughing hysterically. It says, yeah, right, we'll let her think so for a while. This is kind of fun to watch her think she is in control. Let's wait until she really thinks she's on top, and right when she least expects it, we'll pull the rug out from under her so hard she falls flat. I mean really hard. She won't even see it coming. And the higher she is flying, the deeper we will go. Mean deep. We might have to pull out something from 3 years ago. She forgot all about that situation, but hey, we can remind her. Then there is a moment of weakness. The ego goes in for the kill. Grabs the biggest insecurity she has and doesn't let go. Reminds her of it again and again and again until we are strangling her with it and she can no longer breathe. Ugh, what happened? I was living my best life and doing so good. That ego is slick, so crafty. Interesting part about dogs is they have no ego. They are the first ones to love unconditionally and also the first ones to forgive. If you have never adopted a shelter rescue dog, you are missing out. They can come from a brutal existence, but the moment you express kindness, the tail starts to wag. Human beings may have literally tortured or neglected this poor animal, and they are willing to forgive. In my opinion, they make the best companions and are so appreciative and loyal. Dogs provide unconditional love. They don't judge. They don't have conditions in order to love you. They appreciate the smallest of moments and are always, always present. Eckhart Tolle said, if you ask an animal what time it is, they would say, now. Dogs do not subscribe to time or the clock. Isn't that interesting that a dog can live 13 to 15 years without ever knowing what time it is? What does that say for humans who are obsessed with the time of day? Yeah, I know, we live in a world where we have to abide by the time clock rules. Otherwise, we will be unemployed for sure, and the kids will get kicked out of school. Think about when you get home from work, and that dog greets you at the door, so excited to see you, as if their inner world is going to explode with excitement just to be in your presence. Can you imagine if you were like that in all of your relationships? Every time your spouse came in the front door, you ran to them, hugging them, saying how happy you are to see them, how grateful you are to have them in your life, with sincerity. And I mean every single time, not just once in a while. The divorce rate would be a lot less, I can tell you that. We can all learn a lot from dogs. Dogs don't hold grudges. They love unconditionally, forgive quickly, live in the present moment, and ask for nothing in return. Oh, wait, except for the table scraps, most of your bed, and your pillow to slobber on. Thank you for sharing space with me today. If this spoke to you, follow the show and feel free to share it forward. From my radiant soul to yours, namaste.